Hey guys, this is HTOMario, and I'm going to be showing you a Terran against Protoss. As usual, I'm going to kind of skip through the beginning, and then, up until where the action starts, just explain the build order, because it takes a lot less time to do that, as say, for example, to watch the build order. So, the build order we're going to be going here with is, we're going to build a supply depot at 10, a barracks at 12, a refinery at 13 supply, and I believe another supply depot at 15, as long as my orbital is not delayed, so the orbital comes first. And I do believe I Reaper scout here, and I'm kind of scouting across the map, so once my Reaper gets to its base, we'll start slowing down the game a little bit. I put my two supply depots at the front, so I can wall it off with a bunker if needed, depending on what I scout. So that's something good to know. My Reaper's going across, I drop my factory, and I get a Marine, and then I drop the reactor, and then a command center, and then another gas and supply depot. So back at the base, I scout a Stargate, and I see a cybernetics core and one gateway, and an expansion. So I know it's an Oracle expand.
Add-on.
I know it's an Oracle expand, so we're just going to turn this down a little bit. With this Oracle expand, what we're going to react with is Widow Mines, and the Oracles can clear Widow Mines if they have their detection up, but not if there's an excess amount of them. So I'm going to throw down a bunker at the front, and I'm going to go into a Marine / Widow Mine type defense. So the Marines are going to be for bunkers at the front, throw down another factory for siege tanks possibly, and the Widow Mines to defend against Oracles. I split them up, so whichever side the Oracle comes from, it's going to be hit by a Window Mine, unless he's really careful. Reaper coming in, check the probe count, check the gas, and he doesn't make it out of there, but I do see he's been chronoing his workers pretty good, so it's probably not going to be like a huge cheese right afterwards. The Oracle skirts the outside of my base, trying to look for the Widow Mine's attack priority to pop up, or his attack to pop up a little bit. You can see it right before it shoots you, and then you can move out of the way if you're really paying attention. Split up my Widow Mines even more, and I get an engineering bay, so I can move my Widow Mines after I put missile turrets in my lines. And I get a siege tank, so I can defend against gateway. And I get more Widow Mines, of course, to help defend against gateway attacks. So siege tank Widow Mine is pretty good to hold off against any type of all-in, as long as it isn't like Blink Stalker. Blink Stalker Widow Mine siege tank has a little bit of a problem against, because you can't get a critical amount of siege tanks out in time, and Widow Mines aren't mobile, neither is siege tank, so it's easy to overstep them. And then once one of them is used, they know it's useless. So now that my missile turrets are down, I've gone ahead and sent out a drop full of Widow Mines. And I do this because I am, if he attacks me, or he probably doesn't have too many units at home, or if he attacks too hard or takes too many bases, the Widow Mines can punish him. Maybe try to get a lucky drop, but try not to lose anything with it. Get some pressure out on the map. Maybe some scouting. I get the +1 attack for mech, and I get the transformation servos, and I kind of wall off my front a little bit because I have siege tanks and I don't want to be overrun by like zealots, so. But the transformation servos will allow me to harass with Hellions and then change them into Hellbats if in case I need to snipe something or kill something. I also had my third orbital going so I can take a base. So over here we drop these Widow Mines. Currently we don't have much killed, but that quickly changes, to 7 workers killed. I drop one Widow Mine, the one that hasn't attacked, and I move out, and I notice he doesn't have a detector right there, so that might come in handy later in the game. Right now it's 45 workers to 37, so my economy is incredibly far ahead. He has to do some kind of attack to slow me down, and he is doing one. So this is detrimental. I scan it, and I go ahead and lift up the depot, and I send a bunch of SCVs to repair, and I move the Widow Mines over. So taking a look at this battle, my Widow Mines do explode, but there's a lot of splash going on from the Widow Mines, the Hellions, on top of on top of the Zealots and Archon. Most of the zealots are gone, and the oracles are going to run out of energy soon, but he was able to break down my front. So I decided to retaliate with Thor, which can shoot down the oracle. Oracles don't do much damage to Thors, and Thors are okay against archons, and then reinforced with hellbats for against the zealots. So we're also working on +1 upgrades. Before this finished, we had our second army almost done. And he still hasn't cleared out the Woodham line at his expo, so I realized, it's not time to tap out yet. And the only reason why is simply because he does not have detection. So I drop, I'm down to 5 workers, but I dropped these Woodham lines in his base. And he's at 39 right now, and he drops down to 28, so I get down to 18 actually, so I get a lot of workers killed. I currently don't have an income, but he has no bank. He can't really make units right now, and he's not mining. You see, if you look back here, he's afraid of these widow mines, so he has 0 income right now. It's actually just lowering. This is the average per minute, so this should be 0. And back at the base, my Thors have popped out. I'm kind of running this one away because I don't want him surrounded. I want to move him in between the grooves and stuff. And the grooves over here, so the archons can only hit at 1 at a time. But I do force him out of my base with these Thors, and my hellbats are almost done. He's still not mining back at the base. He's trying to do as much damage as he can, which is smart, but at this stage I do have 3 orbitals, and the orbitals allowed me to make SCVs pretty fast. So, I can produce 3 at a time. He's producing workers, but he doesn't have a base mining. So he's just coming back to use the oracles to clear out the widow mines. But if you look at his energy, he's not going to be able to clear him out pretty soon. Like, this one can almost envision, but they don't have enough energy to attack. So back at my base, I'm now up to 9 workers, and I have 3 mules, so that's about 12 workers from that. So I really have about 21, but I have an income. So that's, I would say I'm definitely ahead right now. He did go ahead and start mining again, so he's cleared this one out, and he's mining over here. This one is still alive, and I go ahead and burrow this one back. I had it up here or something. So now he drops to 20 workers to my 11. And speed it back up here. I had an SCV stuck here, so I used my dropship to pick it up, because right now every SCV counts. I'm really just trying to regain control. Once my SCV count gets in an okay place, the mules can help make up for the lack of SCVs, so I can start mining my gas again very soon, so I can continue on as normal. You can tell that my income is, although the worker count is close to equal, almost double because of these mules. And he does try to send a Dark Templar in my base, but I have missile turrets everywhere, and I'm aware of this, and I got a Raven just in case. He actually, with his Oracle, he misses this Hellbat drop, so that's pretty significant. He comes in here with a Dark Templar, and I'm chasing this one down. This one's going to get stopped pretty easily if it goes in here. The Hellbat drop is going down, and he's flying in. So the Oracles are trying to go for my missile turret, and the drop goes down at the same time. It's a pretty heavy harassment game, but it's just one way to stop it. You gotta really scout it out, and one of the ways that you counter mass LA is you hide near planetaries or behind walls, or you create your own walls, or you have a lot of Hellbats. But when you're defending against Gateway and Stargate, you're gonna be kind of vulnerable to Zealots because you're not gonna have too many Hellbats. So that's just one thing to think about. If you're gonna, or if you think there might be a Zealot counter, make a wall, and then the Zealots have to break it down, take in free damage before they're able to engage your army, effectively increasing the overall HP of your army, because, if they have to kill 2 supply depots to get to you, then it gives your whole army 800 more HP. Well, he loses X amount while you fire down on top of him. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I'll definitely try to put out more. I think I'm going to do quite a few Terran against Protoss games. They seem to be pretty popular. A lot of players seem to really want to know how to mech against Protoss, so I'm going to show you some really good games. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah.